Well, hey there beautiful people, I hope that you are having a fantastic week. I have a lot of news to get through today. I'm going to be talking about two stocks in particular that have flown up over 50% in the last week, which is absolutely insane. And two of these stocks we are holding, we talk about a lot on the channel, and I have been waiting for either short squeeze or in fact some good news and catalysts. We have seen both in both stocks, and I have actually alerted my Patreons over the last month, and I have been saying to buy the dip on both of these stocks. They are two very strong stocks in my portfolio, and one of them is in my top 3 holdings right next to NNDM. And guys, this stock has just come out with an amazing catalyst, and we have Michael Colglazier. So if you guys know who I'm talking about, then we are going to be talking about Virgin Galactic first, and of course our baby tattooed chef Ttcf stock, because you guys know I'm also a vegan and I love the vegan space, and Ttcf and Beyond Meat are two stocks that I continued to talk about at the very start when I first started my channel, all the way back in January, and I had been saying to buy up these stocks at these prices because we are not going to see them in the long term come back down to these levels. And when we did have a further sell-off due to that obviously inflation fear, and we had a chance to have Tattooed Chef, let's bring up the charts right now, guys. I mean, it is just amazing. Look at these charts. Ttcf up from those lows of about $15 and $14 all the way back on the 10th of May. If you were just to get in this just over a week ago, even on the 13th and the 14th of May, guys, you could have got this stock at $16. We are now sitting up at around $21.50. So a massive move. And again, there hasn't particularly been too much information that has actually been said to layer this to move forward exponentially. But what it does show us, guys, is that Wall Street are extremely bullish on this. We do have a lot of buyers in, of course, a very sideways market right now, and this stock has a lot of potential moving throughout the next generation because they are going to continue to expand. We have some news that they potentially have some global expansion coming into Europe, hopefully in the next 2 years, which is going to be an enormous, obviously, space for these guys to in fact increase their revenues. And if we come on to the SPCE Virgin Galactic, you can see that on the charts, guys, we were in fact just 1 week ago sitting at $17, and we have now pushed all the way up to $25. So congratulations there for anyone that did hold. You can see up on the screen again that my patrons, I did alert both of these as buy signals over the last few weeks, and we are now moving up over 30 to 50% on some of these positions in the last week alone. So this is why, guys, I have to say you have to just dollar cost average in. You will get the best price over time, and obviously stay convinced with your conviction on your stocks long term, because nothing has changed in those fundamentals. And if you are in fact just to buy the dip on a lot of these incredible growth stocks that have an absolutely astronomical future, like Virgin Galactic, you know, they're either going to go one way, they're either just not going to work at all, or in fact they are literally going to go up to the moon. And if they are, just like we are seeing, we had some good news out about this test flight. And again, I'm not going to play this article, but Michael Colglazier, I did take some notes on this. He did say that they had the 3 main key points that have actually recently happened. They had the new digital flight system, which went right up really smooth. The captain said that this was a perfect transition. They also resolved the electromagnetic interference issue, which is why we did actually see a crash down in that share price from that last test flight that did happen a few months ago. And again, they also got their data collected finally, so the FFA have now put them in a commercial license so they can start to fly. And of course you have Elon Musk, the owner of SpaceX, which we cannot invest in publicly, a very similar company. And you have Jeff Bezos, two of the richest men in the world, who also has his company Blue Origin. You guys know that this is going to be in direct competition with Virgin Galactic. But Michael Colglazier, on this interview up on my screen, you can see that he did actually speak about this direct competition, and what he said is he highlighted again that these innovation plays moving forward, if they are in fact to advance faster than Virgin Galactic, it is still a very good thing, because what it will do is it will show them data that people do want to go to the moon, which is only going to allow them to have increased revenues again as they start to open up that market, because that market cap again is so big and there is only 3 companies really competing in this space. It is again going to allow them to become even more profitable as it pushes that acceleration process into innovation further, because there are more companies and that there is going to be some more interest. So some very exciting news. And guys, I am very excited to have made this video to show you. So let's talk about some of the key points, because I have now sold half of my position in Virgin Galactic. Again, it is worth taking profits, guys, when you see technicals to absolutely fly up over 30 to 50%. That's not a normal move. We are going to see some kind of a pullback, and you guys can see that we have in fact gapped up, if I draw it on my screen, around that 21 mark. So I do expect us to close down on this gap over the next few weeks again, and when we do close down, then this is potentially going to be a nice opportunity to buy the dip. And if we do in fact come back down to test onto that 50 SMA, which is this big thick yellow line here, then again this is going to be another catalyst to in fact buy the dip once it does in fact touch down onto these layers. And you can see that technically on screen, guys, the Virgin Galactic share has also touched the 200 SMA line, which is the simple moving average, which is over 200 days. So this is why we use the technical indicators of the 50, the 100, and of course the 200-day moving averages, because that way we can see where these shares and these stocks are in fact going to trade between what levels, and we can use this to our advantage if we are in a bear or a bull market. Now, because we were selling off in Virgin Galactic, you can see that we did touch down onto a layer of support at 15, and then we have now touched back onto that 200 simple moving average, which has now acted as a resistance. And once we do cross back over into some more bull territory, that is when we are going to see those new layers of resistance, which I have drawn up around that $34 price range. But again, this is always very, very long-term thinking, because this is not going to happen probably in the next few weeks or months unless we do get any sudden news or catalysts that Virgin Galactic are in fact now going to start operating at full potential, and they are going to scale their revenues, and space tourism is now going to be here to stay. Now, it is worth noting, guys, as well, that this company are also looking into supersonic flight, where you can fly from, say, Tokyo to New York in literally the space of an hour or two. So people are going to save a lot of time. These flights will be very, very expensive, but this is another aspect of revenue that this company is going to draw in on top of that simulation of space tourism. So this is why I'm very interested. This is a very, very long-term stock, probably one of the longest term stocks that I will be holding inside my portfolio, because I think that this company is going to need at least 10 years to really get the simulations and the flights up into space, and again start to capitalize on those revenues moving forward. Now, Ttcf, if we start to analyze this technically, you can also see that we are now at overbought levels on the RSI. We have seen an enormous push up, so I do expect some kind of a pullback, probably to the 21-day moving average, which is the 21 EMA. So we are probably going to come back down to that level of $20 or around that 19.80 mark. Now, once this does happen, guys, this is going to be another place to potentially load our bloats anywhere below 20 for the long term, because this company, I think, are going to be enormous. And once we have that global expansion, they are in fact starting to put out their adverts this year for the first time with millions and millions of dollars. This company are going to be, you know, absolutely sorted, as we see a cost decline associated with vegan products on shelves start to match the prices of meat products, because again, the popularity is so big right now. And also it is going to be slightly of a reopening play, also like Beyond Meat, because if you think of how the economies have been closed around the world, and a lot of these companies and restaurants have been closed, they are not able to buy in these products. And again, moving forward, we may see Ttcf coming out with some new products that in fact are going to move into the restaurant area. Right now they are mainly in the commercial sector in supermarkets, but we never know where they are going to put their finger in what pies. And again, this company is so new, so we just have to bear in mind all of these things. But moving forward, I do see them starting to capitalize, and again to start to trickle behind probably that Beyond Meat. And we know that Beyond Meat is one of the biggest players, and they are worth over $100 per share. So we can expect to have, you know, some kind of similar comparison to Ttcf if they are in fact to grow their revenues and scale this into a global expansion moving over the next few years. So I'm very happy to hold this one in my portfolio, and again looking for those places on the buy the dip opportunity. So guys, congratulations to anyone, like I said, that did in fact get in on any two of these plays. And again, this is why you just have to dollar cost average in for the long term, keep your mindset positive and focused, see those red days as good days, guys. That's going to lower your risk, so you can get your favorite stocks on at a cheaper price. You can get them on sale essentially inside your portfolio, and in the long term you are going to make a lot more money. And this is why I haven't sold out of any of my positions, despite the fact that some of my portfolio is down quite significantly in the red due to that inflation fear, and of course those rise in bond yield prices and the rotation to recovery plays. Again, that's not all my stocks stocks, but just for some of them. With SPCE, like I said, I sold half of my stake, so I will be looking to get back in again at some point once we do have some more selling, and that gap now is closed somewhere down below that $21 price range. So guys, I will keep you up to date. If you did enjoy this video today, then go ahead and smash that like button for me, and also hit that big red subscribe button if you have made it this far. I just want to say thank you for your continued support. If you would like to join the private Patreon, then be sure to check out the link. I will leave a link below in the description, where I do in fact give out some technical and chart analysis in the week, and also update on some of our favorite plays and those buy and sell alerts, so you can also capitalize on some of these gains moving forward. And again, if you would like to learn how to grow on YouTube, I do have a second channel. As a quick plug, if you would like to follow that, then go onto my main page and you will see that it is linked there. I do try to get one video out every single week with all of the tips and tricks on how to grow on YouTube in 2021 and beyond. So guys, that wraps up this video. Have a fantastic week ahead, and I look forward to seeing you back on my channel soon for some more content on investing. Ciao.